Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you haven't seen my videos before. My name is Samaya Garza and today I'm going to be doing a half skull makeup tutorial, and along with that I'm going to be doing a story time about how I stayed at the most haunted hotel in Texas, also known as the Menger Hotel. To start off with my face, I'm going to be taking a white pencil liner. Now I know a lot of people don't have like Halloween makeup, so this is what I did to improvise. I do recommend though that you guys go out and buy paint because that would be a lot cheaper and you wouldn't be wasting your products, but for the sake of this video I'm just going to be using the things that I have right now. So I have this white eyeliner from NYX, and what I'm going to do first before I do anything is I'm going to outline the skull area. So first I'm going to take the white liner and go underneath my own eye socket and just sketch that out and bring it up to my nose and around the other side like so. This doesn't need to be perfect, again this is just a sketch. So we have this part outlined, and then I have this lighter that I use for my eyeliner, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to light this a little bit so that it's more liquid, and I'm going to fill in the rest of my face. So this past summer, my brother and my dad and I went to Texas to go visit my dad's family. And my dad's family lives in Dallas, but my dad likes to do trips around Texas while we're there. So we went to San Antonio and we stayed at the Menger Hotel. So the Menger Hotel actually is right by the Alamo. So a lot of people, a lot of people who died in the Alamo actually stayed at and fought there, stayed at the Menger Hotel, which is why it's actually so haunted, because there's just a lot of spirits living there. So we checked in and it felt fine. It didn't seem like it was weird. It felt like everything was okay. It wasn't until we got to our room where we felt like there was something wrong. My dad likes to scare my brother and I just like to scare myself. That's actually exactly what happened. So my dad sleeps pretty early. My brother sleeps at a normal time. So my brother went to sleep at midnight, my dad went to sleep at like 10, and I was the only one awake because I was the only one awake in the hotel room. Before we went to bed, my brother asked me if he could put the AC on 70. And you know, that was 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so that was fine with me. And then he went to sleep. I'm still awake, and then I fell asleep at around 2, and I woke up at like 2:30 sweating. Like I was in a pool of my own sweat. So I woke up to check what temperature it was in the room, and it was on 85, even though I saw my brother put it on 70. So I thought that was weird, and my brother saw me trying to change it, but at the time I had like really super long acrylic nails and I couldn't press the buttons on the AC. So I woke my brother up and I was like, hey, do you mind like fixing this for me? He started yelling at me and he was like, why would you put it on 85? I put it on 70. I asked you if it was fine, whatever. He was just yelling at me, and I was like, dude, I swear I did not put it that hot. And he was like, oh, well, who did it? The ghost did? And he was just like making fun of me because my brother really doesn't believe in that stuff either. So I was just kind of like, okay, he thinks I'm crazy, but whatever. I tried to go to bed again. I heard my dad and my brother and we had a connecting room. It was me and my brother in one room and my dad in the other one, and it was connected with a door. I heard the window open in my dad's hotel room. So I was like, okay, my dad's awake, and so this isn't creepy. So I went in there to see if he was awake, and he was snoring, like he was like out on his bed, and I looked at the window and the window was open. So I don't know who opened the window or how the window was open, but it was open and I heard it open, so it wasn't open before he went to sleep. So I shut the window, I went back to my bed, and I was just honestly panicking. So I started to play prayers on my phone. And the prayers on my phone are downloaded, so I didn't have to use internet or anything with them. They're already on my phone, and they started skipping. So the prayer was skipping and it was like static. So I started freaking out again. I turned it off and I tried going to sleep again. And as I was falling asleep, I felt my bed sink. You know how when you feel like there's someone sitting on your bed, so you look to see who it is, right? And I sort of was like panicking internally, so I looked to see who was sitting on my bed. There was this woman who was wearing old clothing. She had super pale skin and she was blonde, and I remember specifically that she was wearing a bandana. And I thought that was weird and I freaked out. I jumped up and I turned on the lights, and my brother started yelling at me again for waking him up. I was like, "Did you not see that?" He's like, "No, Samaya, I'm sleeping, so like go to bed." And I just couldn't go to sleep. Like, I couldn't do it. But and eventually I fell asleep at like 5, and then my dad woke up at 7. When I woke up at 9, he was like, "So did you go into my room at night?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I went into your room to shut the window." And he was like, "Oh, that's weird, because I woke up and the window was open, and I didn't open the window before I went to bed." I was like, "Well, that's weird, because I already saw it open and I shut it in the middle of the night. I heard someone open it." And he was like, "Whatever, like maybe I just accidentally like was sleepwalking or whatever," and that could be a possibility, but kind of seems weird because my dad has never sleepwalked in his life. At least I've never seen him do it. So it's like, I don't know, I just didn't think it was him. The room was like really hot, so whoever else was in the room felt the same way. But anyways, so this woman, she looked at me and she gave me this warming smile. So it wasn't like it didn't seem like, I didn't get a bad vibe. I just got a vibe. And it was like a paranormal vibe, but it wasn't a scary, like, so sorry, right here I'm just putting like 2 like little pin, like pointy lines right here for the nose. But yeah, it wasn't like a scary feeling. It was just a feeling that something was there. And she was, like, I looked at her, she smiled at me, and I quickly turned on the lights. But the thing that really scared me the most out of this was I didn't know anything about the Menger Hotel going into it. I knew that it was supposed to be haunted, but I didn't want to scare myself, so I didn't really look at any of the stories that were posted about it. I didn't look at any of the pictures or anything. So I was talking to one of my friends, and I was like, "Listen, I saw this, that," and he looked up the ghosts at the Menger Hotel, and I'm going to insert a picture. So this ghost looked exactly like this woman named Sally White, who lived in Texas, in San Antonio, and she worked for the Menger Hotel. She was a maid there on the same floor that my brother and dad and I stayed at, and she had died because her jealous husband killed her. So the hotel paid for her funeral, and she just apparently loves the Menger Hotel, and it was just like one of her homes, and so she's still always there. So here I'm going to be taking this liquid eyeliner, and I'm going to be outlining the areas where I had my the white, and then I'm going to start making the jaw and everything else. So for my eyes, I'm going to be doing, making it a little bit thicker right here, right where the middle of my eye sockets, and then I'm going to make it thinner at the end so it looks like there's more depth and definition. Okay, so now that I've filled out my eye sockets, I'm going to start outlining the rest of the face. So first what I'm going to do is draw a line extending my lip from the corner of my lip so that I can fill in with the teeth. And then I'm going to draw the line a little bit in the inside to make it look more spooky. So now I'm going to be taking the same eyeliner, and I'm going to start right here at my cheekbone, and I'm going to bring it in first up and then connect the two lines. Once I've connected the two lines, I'm going to bring them out and then over the lines that I created for my teeth. Again, this is a Halloween makeup look, so it does not need to be perfect. You just need to have fun with it, and that's the most important part. For this part, I'm going to be doing strokes to fill in this part so that it looks a little bit more like, kind of like muscle, but not really. And then I'll be filling it in later with black eyeshadow so that the harsher lines with the eyeliner look more defined. So if you can see, it looks like this up close. And then now I'm going to be taking the same black eyeliner. I'm going to draw a line down the center of my nose and my lip. And then that will be like my marking point for me to draw my teeth. Okay, and then now with the same eyeliner, I'm just going to be taking tip of it and then make it more like round so it looks more like teeth. Right now it doesn't really look like teeth, it just kind of looks like lines on my face, but I'm going to be taking this eyeliner so that I could make it a little bit more round. Create that nice teeth shape. Okay, so now that I've outlined my teeth, I'm going to go in with the black eyeliner and then fill in the areas between the teeth. Now this time I'm going to be taking the more finer point eyeliner and then just fill that in. So now after I filled in the areas with black between the teeth, I'm going to take a black eyeshadow and I'm going to go over it and kind of just like smudge it out a little bit so it looks a little bit more realistic, I guess. Now that I have the black areas between the teeth filled in, I'm going to take this black eyeshadow with a buffing brush and I'm going to blend this part out and then bring it towards the opening of the teeth. Now I'm going to go back in with my eyeliner and I'm going to create the nose. Okay, so now that I have the nose done, I'm going to go back in with my white eyeliner and I'm just going to define or add more white, I guess, to the teeth. I'm just going to clean up any imperfections that I have on the teeth and just make it look a little bit more white. I'm going back in with my eyeliner and I'm just going to go right underneath where I have these lines to make it a little bit more 3D. I'm going to add a little bit of imperfections throughout my face, just like cracks and lines to make it a little bit more interesting, I guess. Okay, so now after that, I'm going to go in with my white eyeshadow and I'm just going to go over the teeth one last time. Okay, so now that I've filled in everything with the teeth, this is my final skull makeup tutorial look. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else for Halloween, before Halloween comes around, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys soon.